Now, this is a really difficult situation to find yourself in, and one that many people do find with small employers in particular. If there is no internal way of getting any recourse in relation to your boss's behaviour, then you really are left with just looking at what your legal options are. Now, there are a couple of things that you may want to consider. The first is if the bullying and treatment you're receiving is related to a protected characteristic under the Equality Act. So that's to say things like age, race, religion, sex, gender reassignment, those sorts of things, then you may very well be able to bring a claim under the Equality Act for discrimination. Now, you can bring that claim whilst you remain employed, although I accept it's very difficult to do that, particularly in a small organisation. But that is one option that you may have if the behaviour is related to a protected characteristic. Now, if the behaviour is unrelated to a protected characteristic and you can't make a claim under the Equality Act, then it may be, if you've been employed for more than 2 years, that you need to consider resigning and pursuing a claim for constructive unfair dismissal. That is to say, where you have to resign from your employment as a result of your employer's behaviour as a fundamental breach of contract. So unfortunately, if there is no internal way to deal with it, your only options are to consider going down the legal route. And of course, even if you don't have a legal basis of claim, you may want to consider very seriously looking for alternative employment, because to continue to work in this environment, if it isn't already causing you harm, will do so and have a long-term effect. So unfortunately, there isn't anything that you could do internally, but you should at least consider what your options are externally, and of course, if you should consider resigning.